backpack, man. Y'all got the backpack, man. Y'all see the backpack, man? Now what the backpack man is doing right here, it's telling all y'all, yo, every organization, all of y'all, I'm saying right now is the time for us to centralize. We got to bring it all in. We got to bring it all in collectively. We the people, one nation, West Coast, East Coast, worldwide. We try. We the people stand against genocide. We the people should strike genocide. It's time to stand up as a collective, as one voice. I'm telling y'all, man, just like in 2011, 2013, we had a hunger strike. We had a hunger strike, and came up out of that hunger strike was the agreement to end all hostilities, but because of the prison human rights movement blueprint. So if black, whites, Hispanic, Native Americans, black and white, and Aryan brotherhoods could get along, so can we. And you know what? It's time as new Africans for us to stand up and realize that we got to centralize behind these things that's unconstitutional, like these constitutions violations that go inside and out from the administrative to the Constitution. I'm talking about Title 15, 400C. 400C, Title 15 goes directly to the 13th Amendment. We got to centralize the people. We got to have adequate, feasible action items. It's time to rise. We got to bring in the new rise. The little task, the little KAGE. I've been presenting to you, the people. Bring in your resources, bring in everything you got, and embrace the agreement to come home. I want you to embrace the agreement to come home. Ratcliff Awards. 2020. That second one.
Yeah. KAGE Universal. Open up to the gate. Feel me? End all hostility.
The key bangers made this slide.
Yeah. Mind for music. Let's go. Been there before, but I never stopped grinding. Fake niggas live, real niggas be dying. No lying, I'm solo. They fold just like polo when questioned. I'm all in my element. Music's my weapon. They stressing. My blessing is every little breath I take. Gotta go get it now. I can't afford to wait. Make my plate all in their kitchen and leave my dishes. I ride for my people, I'm never switching. So listen, they watching, they killed all our prophets. They locking up babies like who's gonna stop it? Their rockets, their missiles, their bombs and their pistols. They flexing their power, but all of it's misuse. My issue is you who just sit back and watch it. Yeah, frozen in fear, yeah, so out of pocket. I'm rocking like Huey, like Malcolm, like Marcus. We live in the belly, they head is our target.
Year after year, living in fear. 400 years, still getting killed.
The whole world is a prison. The whole world is a prison. The whole world is a prison. Are you dead? Are you living? The whole world is a prison. The whole world is a prison. The whole world is a prison. Are you dead? Are you living? Never gonna break, stand in her face, touch one of mine, I'll catch a case. Boots getting laced, you'll get a race. Do it for the love, they love to hate. Watch me create music for the martyrs. Never sell our soul, no man a dollar. I'll never follow, stay in the lead, stay as a slave. I'm getting free, musical seed, watching it grow, come from the ground. Tell me when to go, they moving slow, flapping their lips, bumping their gums. I plead the fifth, stay with the shit, never getting flushed. Team full of kings, reps getting crushed. Came from the dust, dust I return. Devil in the world, it's finna burn.
Year after year, living in fear. 400 years, still getting killed.
The whole world is a prison. The whole world is a prison. The whole world is a prison. Are you dead? Are you living? The whole world is a prison. The whole world is a prison. The whole world is a prison. Are you dead? Are you living?
Ladies and gentlemen, we down here at the Ratcliff Awards, man, at the Grill Studio.
Yes, sir.
You know, second annual event. Got my boy, my Conrad 10 Buck too.
Yes, sir, in the house.
Yeah, man. So what you got to say to the people? Let me know what the song you performed.
The song I did was called Living in Fear. It's basically just a song, man, just encouraging the comrades and all my brothers and sisters in the struggle is not to be afraid of this system, man. They not undefeatable. Their system is crumbling, and it's just on us to keep our foots on their neck, you know what I'm saying? So the song is just basically just an encouragement for everybody to keep struggling and, you know, keep getting these gains, man. You know, I feel like we've been putting a lot of pressure on them. I feel like the movement was at a low point, you know, for a minute when Trump, but then after the George Floyd incident and a couple other, you know, state-sanctioned murders, man, I feel like we got back out there in the streets, man, and had them shook like they need to be, you know?
Okay, so let me ask you real fast as we wrap it up. As an artist, what do you believe that, I mean, the temperament is changing, and I feel we should change the narrative in the Bay Area, always being the catalyst to every movement.
Yes, sir.
What you think about these Bay Area artists? Do you think they should centralize and come together with this movement?
I mean, I feel like the music, man, in the Bay Area drives culture, man, and like just not even on some revolutionary stuff, but Bay Area music influences the whole world, man. So imagine what Bay Area music would do if they drove the culture to be revolutionary. I feel like there's a revolutionary nuggets dropped in the music out here, but it's not a whole cultural push for the movement. You know what I'm saying? When I say the movement, I'm talking about the complete, you know, removal of the government system the way it is. I'm talking about housing provided, food provided, school provided, these things, these human rights that capitalism makes us work and slave for, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like being pro-black and having, you know, cultural nuggets and, you know, history dropped in our music is one thing, but I feel like music changes the whole culture. So we got to really take that seriously, and our oppressors know that too. So that's why they sort of got control of the music and want us to put all of these, you know, negative vices in our music that sort of traps our people, and they pay us well for it. But at the same time, man, it's also a weapon. Like Fela Kuti said, music is a weapon. So we got to sharpen that weapon and make sure that we being intentional with what we putting in there and having goals set forth on what we're going to do with this music, because, you know, music influences everything. It drives culture. So y'all the culture creators.
All right, man. I want to thank you for coming out, man. Thank you, Conrad.
Yes, sir.
And the brothers and sisters behind the walls. We doing this for California Prison Focus, Bayview. All our brothers and sisters caged up. We trying to liberate them from this COVID.
Open
Those
gates.
all behind the walls. You know, you've been out there with me. You've been on the front line with me, so
Yes,
you know what it is. All right, man. One love.
One love.
All power to the people.
All power to the people.
5/12/2005. Song dedicated to you, baby. Give me a strong black queen.
I need a queen.
Yeah.
I need a queen. I need a queen.
Give me a strong black queen.
I need a queen.
Give me a strong black queen.
I need a queen.
One that never let me go when she
queen, somebody that bring you luck, queen. Small team, she bought with me when I'm up, queen. Hold me down, when money problems come up, queen. Stay down, loyal no matter what, queen. Bedroom, we battling when we touch, queen. Yeah, that's when I'm all in her guts thing. She gon' swallow it, follow me like I'm her king. And when she hurtin', she don't fold, she don't break down. And when I'm grinding, yeah, she grinding, ain't no breaks now. And when we riding, I'm guessing she won't break down. She make that plate now, let me move my weight around. We race the state, she gon' let me know the race now. She let me know when all these people acting fake now. She keep her eye on all these shit that's in my face now. She hella strong, we can take over this place now. Dirty.
Strong black queen. Yeah, yeah. Give me a strong black queen. One that never let me go and she gon' let me fall. One that always let me know that she won't let me fall. Y'all give me a strong black queen. Yeah, yeah.
Don't need no side chick, I need one I can lie with. Won't drop a dime, we can live that Bonnie and Clyde clip. If we collide with, we gon' get it right, yeah. The type they taking pictures soon and we arrive, yeah. We in that foreign whip, she the ride or die type. I'm paper chasing, so she help me keep my mind right. I got that 40 and she pocket rockin' 9 type. She let me boss and stun on them that's in that line like. And if I bust it, she gon' be the one to hide that. And when I leave, she bustin' you, we ain't gon' slide back. She know these haters out here tryna take my top back. Cause I'm a top cat, tryna get my quad back. And baby know what struggle and the hustle mean like. I gotta bust a move, she give me that green light. They all for life, I had to fight it with the right team. I would've never made it out without my
Give
right
me
queen. Baby.
Strong black queen. Yeah, yeah. Give me a strong black queen. One that never let me go and she gon' let me fall. One that always let me know that she won't let me fall. Y'all give me a strong black queen. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shout out KAGE Universal. For sure. Yeah, everybody keep y'all head up.
Yeah, we down here at the Grill Studio, man, for the Ratcliff Awards. California Prison Focus, KAGE Universal. I got my cuzzo right here, the real Dirty Money, man. Tell me a little about yourself and what you performed today.
I did a song called Strong Black Queen. It's about, you know, kind of about my life, how my wife held me down through all my situations that I've been through, you know, all my fuck-ups. You know, she was right there with me. And when I really needed her, she was right there with me. So, you know, that kind of, you know, I dedicate that song to her. Yeah, I'm from Oakland, California, from 69 Village. You know, came up hard out here and, you know, just trying to get it right now. But, you know, staying focused, positive. You know, with the KAGE brothers out here pushing their line. I'm right here with them to back them. So, you know, it's all good. Keep y'all head up.
All right, man. I love you for your redemption. I love you for
too.
everything you doing, man. Thank you for coming out.
No problem.
All right, one.
Hey, bounce with me, bounce, bounce with me, bounce, bounce with me, hey. Yeah, bounce with me, bounce, hey, yeah. Gotta bounce back. Everything I'm sitting on, gotta throw it straight at them, yeah. 2021, I'm really tryna see what's happening, yeah. Yeah, my mama told me they was fake, they was snakes. Yeah, I should've came out with Drake, I really should've fucked with Wayne. Yeah, 2020 tryna hold me in, 2020 tryna break me in. Man, I'm really coming, yeah. They really pretending like they really my man. Blood and water, I don't see no resilience. I'm really coming, yeah. Hey, when it's time to come out, loyal gets time to come out. Yeah, all them days and all the times I was down, yeah. On me, yeah, on life, on squad, yeah. I kept a smile, yeah. Hey, when a thug shed tears, baby, get something different about it. Yeah, when life really hurts you to the core, get all toxic. Yeah, when life really hurts you to the core, get all toxic. Yeah, don't know who to trust, cause everybody be trying to block you. Yeah, it really hurt when you came from the bottom. Yeah, 2020 try to hold me, yeah. 2020 try to break me, yeah. Man, I'm really coming, yeah. They really pretending like they really my man. Blood and water, I don't see no resemblance. I'm really coming, yeah, coming straight from the bay. That real town, been into the tree, going from the root, and I'm trying to see the purity of all the pain and all the history. All the suffering in many ways with my people dying, mamas, they buried their children's families in pain like this, not making no sense. I can't make this up, we all victims. My community filled with people dying, that's COVID rises, yeah. Everybody on top, yeah, on top, ayy. It's time to come straight down here, ayy, ayy. I'm still right here in the town where I left me at, ayy, ayy. It's up to me to put the town back on the map, ayy. 2020 try to hold me in, 2020 try to break me in. Man, I'm really coming, yeah. They really pretending like they really my man. Blood and water, I don't see no resemblance. I'm really coming, yeah.
We down here at the Ratcliff Awards, man. She just whooped them, hands down. So, tell me a little bit about yourself and about the song that you performed.
The song I performed is called Tried It. It's basically letting the world know how 2020 tried to break me down, how to break me in all types of form and fashion. From my brother being incarcerated, maybe doing a lot of time, from myself being a mother, out here having to raise my kids. 2020 really tried me in many ways. So that's why I came out to help and perform with this song, Tried It.
Okay. So you got anything you want to add to the Ratcliff Awards for the brothers and sisters behind the walls, people out suffering in the community? What you got to add to that?
I want to say, be patient. Y'all coming home. Be patient.
All right. Embrace the agreement to come home then.
Yes.
All right, one. Power to the people.
Power.
Hey, y'all. I'm Amir Cornish. I'm a 17-year-old certified illustrator, and I'm the CEO of the Taz Foundation. And the Taz Foundation stands for Torian, Amir, and Zaire.
Hi, my name is Zaire. I'm a 12-year-old certified author, co-founder of the Taz Foundation, and we are representing Little KAGE.
And we would like to go into our Taz Foundation mission statement. The Taz Foundation is built on the values of eradicating hatred and violence to approaching life with compassion, kindness, integrity, and love. 3 brothers dedicated to promoting awareness and a love life culture to encourage positivity from the Taz Foundation.
And now we're going to be doing our song, We Don't Pledge Allegiance to the Flag, because we don't want to give honor to people that lie to us and shed our blood. We want to give honor to the people like Brother Minister that's doing the work on Prop 17 and Taz.
We don't pledge allegiance to the flag, we pledge allegiance to the Taz. Be brave, be bold, and be about it. We don't pledge allegiance to the flag, we pledge allegiance to the Taz. Be brave, be bold, and be about it. We don't pledge allegiance to the flag, we pledge allegiance to the Taz. Be brave, be bold, and be about it. Be for me. This next song we about to go in is called Love Life. And also me, my brother, and my family, and Uncle Donald Lacey create a song and a slogan. And once you come to Oakland, it's a motto, and it says, Love Life Oakland. Love life, why don't you jump on it? Love life, we need some more of it. Love life, the angels laughing. Love life, the devil can't stand it. Love life, ba-doom doom doom doom, ba-doom doom doom, ba-doom doom doom doom, ba-doom doom doom. What are you waiting to love life for?
This next song is Tazuchi. It has to do with Taz and Gucci. We wanted to collab with Gucci because we felt it was a good collab. And in this song, the lyrics say, no bullies over here, no bullies over there, no bullies anywhere, because we don't promote bullying.
Tazuchi man, better get on board, Tazuchi man, better get on board, Tazuchi man. No bullies over there, no bullies over there, no bullies anywhere. Tazuchi man, better get on board, Tazuchi man.
That's right. The future is here. The future has spoken. The young will lead the old.
Yup.
All my Black Panthers that say all power to the people. What's the call? Free them all. Rest in peace, Fred Hampton. Shout out to Minister King X. King
It's all
KAGE
power to
University.
the people, so act like you know, man. It's the platform, yeah, it's the 10-point program. The freedom, employment, the robbery, the housing, the education, healthcare, police brutality. Plus, we want to end all wars of aggression. We want a fair trial by jury of peers. We want land, bread, housing, clothing, education, justice, and peace. And people's control of mind and technology. We want freedom, we want the power to determine the destinies of our black and oppressed communities. The full employment for all our people, cause we believe the federal government's responsible. We want an end to the robbery by the capitalists of our black and oppressed communities. We want decent housing fit for the shelter of human beings, cause we believe that if the landlords would not give decent housing to our black and oppressed communities, they should be made into cooperatives. The education for our people that exposes the true nature of this decadent American society. The education that teaches us our true history and role in present day society. Study your lessons and act like you know, man. It's the platform, yeah, it's the 10-point program. It's all power to the people, so act like you know, man. It's the platform, yeah, it's the 10-point program. The freedom, employment, the robbery, the housing, the education, healthcare, police brutality. Plus, we want to end all wars of aggression. We want a fair trial by jury of peers. We want land, bread, housing, clothing, education, justice, and peace. And people's control of mind and technology. We want free healthcare for all black and oppressed people. Plus, we want an immediate end to police brutality and the murder of black people and other people of color and all oppressed people inside the United States in armed self-defense of our homes and communities. We want an immediate end to wars of aggression by any means necessary. We want freedom for all black and poor oppressed people now held in U.S. federal, state, county, city, military, prisons, and jails. We want trials by jury of peers for all people charged with crimes under the so-called laws of this country. We want land, bread, housing, clothing, education, justice, peace, and technology. Cheers, study your lessons and act like you know, man. It's the platform, yeah, it's the 10-point program. It's all power to the people, so act like you know, man. It's the platform, yeah, it's the 10-point program. The freedom, employment, the robbery, the housing, the education, healthcare, police brutality. Plus, we want to end all wars of aggression. We want a fair trial by jury of peers. We want land, bread, housing, clothing, education, justice, and peace. And people's control of mind and technology. The program.
CBO, shout out to KAGE Universal. Power to the people.
Yeah, we out here at the Grill Studio, Minister King Gax, with my boy Sabio. Tell the people about yourself and a little bit about the song that you perform.
Yeah, I'm a revolutionary. I do hip hop. My name is the Revolutionary CBO, the Automatic. I'm from Oakland, you know what I'm saying? I organize in the community. I just did a song called The 10-Point Platform. For those people who don't know, the 10-Point Platform is something that the Black Panthers made in 1966, U.P. Newton and Bobby Seals. And one of the points in the 10-Point Platform is you want freedom for all people held in jail and in prison in a trial by the jury of peers. So it's only right that I do that song here tonight, you know what I'm saying, to show solidarity with those people behind the wall, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to say, what's the call? And we're going to say, free them all. And you can find my music on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, streaming on all platforms. Just put in Return of the Panther, and I'm going to pop up. You know, it's the return of the Black Panther, and we bringing that revolutionary consciousness back to the streets. So,
straight up.
All power to the people.
All power to the people. Thank you for coming out, man.
Cheers.
It's your girl Diamond, the solid one. Shouts out to the Taz Foundation, KAGE Universal. Each one, reach one.
I'm just living my life, just living my life. What's the meaning? What's the meaning of life? It could be so trifling. I need a ride or die until the end of time. So glad I got you by my side. What's the meaning? What's the meaning of life? It could be so trifling. I need a ride or die until the end of time. So glad I got you by my side. When I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall, hoping through it all, I'll be the one that you call. Through the thick and through the thin, yeah, we'll always win. It's no hesitation, baby, we sink or we swim. Since you came in my life, without you I can't live. Sacrifice my time and energy, for you I will give. You give me confidence to live life without fear. And even when you're not around, you always feel near. What's the meaning? What's the meaning of life? It could be so trite. I need a ride or die until the end of time. So glad I got you by my side. What's the meaning? What's the meaning of life? It could be so trite. I need a ride or die until the end of time. So glad I got you by my side. People dying every day from war and disease. So glad you're by my side to put my mind at ease. Corona got us on lockdown, on quarantine. Mandatory vaccines, but what about 5G? In times like these, I need my ride or die to reassure me that everything gon' be alright. Cause this shit got me worried, man, I ain't gon' lie. Just like Mary J. Blige, no, I ain't gon' cry, but I be questioning what's the meaning of life, trying to understand why we can't go outside. I blame the government, cause they be telling us lies. And this shit been going on since the beginning of time. They said a revolution wouldn't be televised. For real eyes recognize bullshit in disguise. They said a revolution wouldn't be televised. For real eyes recognize bullshit in disguise. We in the last days when God comes like a thief in the night. What's the meaning? What's the meaning of life? It could be so trite. I need a ride or die until the end of time. So glad I got you by my side. What's the meaning? What's the meaning of life? It could be so trite. I need a ride or die until the end of time. So glad I got you by my side. What's the meaning of life? What's the meaning of life? I'm just living my life, just living my life. What's the meaning of life?
What up, y'all?
Where I'm at, or where I'm going next, nobody know but God. Why the hell I stress, never hesitated when it was time to let go. Like War once said, man, this world is a ghetto. The more I think, the more I drink, the more I medicate. And loving brothers and sisters for who they are, I hate. Cause we all kinda same, yeah, we got the same color running through our veins. So why hate? It's a question with no answer for it.
No answer for hate.
So why hate? Hey. It's a question with no answer for it. So why hate? It's a question with no answer for it.
No answer for hate.
So why hate?
Hey.
It's a question with no answer for it.
Hey, hey, hey.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride.
Ain't nothing gonna hold me down. Oh no,
I got to keep it moving.
ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Ain't nothing gonna hold me down. Oh no,
I got to keep it moving. A new year gone, we singing the same old song and judging right and wrong, all hate in different forms. Parents here, they gone, children raised alone, now a nation torn. Shelters can't even keep them warm. We still ignore that we are equally born. Nobody picked our board. Only God know what he made you for. Who are we to judge one another? Don't it love your brother? No more crying mothers, dry your eyes. Mama, please don't cry. To look like me, it's suicide. Yeah, it's not your fault. I know you tried to give us better lives. We stay deprived. We don't wanna hide. But I will survive. Keeping the doctor dream alive.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths evident that all men are created equal.
Right.
I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice.
Yeah, we down here at the grill for the Ratcliff Awards. I got my boy Mac Measy right here, man. He been putting in work.
Easy.
Yeah, man. So tell me what song you performed today and to give me a little bit about yourself.
Man, I performed a song that's close to my heart, man. It's called Why Hate. Hashtag Why Hate. And, you know, I got the whole song from a partner from Oakland, you know. He has a brand called Why Hate. And I used to talk to him, and when I would get him on the phone, I would say, man, why are they hating for? And he said, man, that's a question with no answer for it. And so I let him know right away. I was like, man, I'm writing a song, you know, but I wanted to release it on a special day, on MLK Day. And that was 3 years ago, and it went by. And then the next year, I tapped my partners from Louisiana, Fat Mac and them, and I was like, hey, I got this song. I want you on it. I want to promote it. Let's give it to an organization, somebody who worked with the streets, with the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't cutting people out. They ain't working for the fucking government. You know what I'm saying? They're working with the people on the streets. And man, thank God I ended up crossing paths with this man right here, you know? And KAGE Universal, man, there's a movement going on, man. And I'm just glad that I could do whatever I can do at this age in my life with a wife, 3 kids. It's hard to do anything, but when I could do, what I love to do, and that's music, man, and knowledge of the music industry, I will give that to anybody, you know? Make something from nothing. That's what it's all about for us. So,
all right, man.
Why Hate, man? It's
Why
out,
Hate?
Spotify, everywhere, man. All proceeds of that song will go to KAGE Universal, and it's just a gift. You know, I found the right place for it to go, and I'm grateful for it, boss.
Man, we highly appreciate that, man. Thank you for your artivism, man. Thank you for being active, man.
Appreciate that, man.
One love, bro.
Love.
I want to pour this libation for all the warrior spirits and ancestors that gave their life for the struggle for liberation of our people. In the name of the people and the ancestors, we say Ashe.
Yuhuru Sasa, Uweza Wote, Watu, and Dugus and Dadas. Yeah, it's the rap. I said I bounce out that black veil, my comrades in all black. Smashing on these fascists, getting active on that dog ass. I used to slide set, tripping on some turf shit. I flipped the script, now I'm mounted for a purpose. I can make the earth shift with my words quick. It's not perfect, it's a cursed gift. Get it? I don't just spit it, I live it. Not only will I die, but kill for it. You dig it? This is what I'm banging for. Straight liberation, though. Born in the 80s, man, I'm supposed to be spraying dope. The man's plan backfired, blam, blam. Now watch me put him to sleep. Sandman, I represent for the struggle to my last breath. They say the fast life leads you to a fast death, I guess. But I don't wanna die slow. Life ain't worth living if you ain't got shit to die for. I represent for the struggle to my last breath. They say the fast life leads you to a fast death, I guess. But I don't wanna die slow. Life ain't worth living if you ain't got shit to die for. KCRCK is the label that I'm claiming, no. Ask my cousin, ain't no. What we spit it straight, dope. And baking soda, whip it. From the crack epidemic, so my lyrics are addictive. I do it for my niggas that's locked up in the prisons, caught up in the system of unlivable conditions. They say I'm tripping, they say I'm crazy. The shit that I'm spitting gon' make them assassinate me. Elders tell me that my actions are premature. Ex-revolutionary turn reform, we at war. I know the consequences, I'm aware of that. I'm prepared for that, but I ain't scared of that.
be? I risk my life for less. I'm representing for the struggle to my last breath. Why should I be? I risk my life for less. So I'm repping for the struggle to my last breath.
I really don't know what everybody worried about. They scared about the repression that I could get from joining this revolution. But I really don't risk my life for less. Out here on these streets dying for nothing. Now I'm dying for something. You feel me? It's this black power shit. Black power or die. Ain't nothing else, but ain't no other side. No nothing. Everything else dies slow. You want to eat from the pie capitalism, nigga? Then you the enemy. It's black power. All power to the people.
Death to fact.
Yo, Luca, where you at?
Earthquake underneath my floor. Feeling invisible, I know. Can't see reflection in me anymore. Some emotions, all that I know. Broken hearts, earthquake underneath my floor. Feeling invisible, I know. Can't see reflection in me anymore. I'ma need to see my spits on galore. I got some devils that I ODR. I got some devils who want me destroyed. I know some demons who run out the door. I've been straight on this shit on my own. Fallen angel, gone on Patron. Too much whiskey, yeah, I've been gone. My emotions, yeah, they straight gone. Some emotions, all that I know. Broken hearts, a quake underneath my floor. Feeling invisible, I know. Can't see reflection in me anymore. Some emotions, all that I know. Broken hearts, a quake underneath my floor. Feeling invisible, I know. Can't see reflection in me anymore. Please crash, all these skeletons on my floor. All these demons wanna kill me more. I made so much deals I can't unemploy. All these demons got me on explore. We crash, I've been so gone. I'm in the stars, I'm emo on a lawn. Yeah, you know you hear me through my songs. I hope you feel like where you belong. Some emotions, all that I know. Broken hearts, a quake underneath my floor. Feeling invisible, I know. Can't see reflection in me anymore. Some emotions, all that I know. Broken hearts, a quake underneath my floor. Feeling invisible, I know. Can't see reflection in me anymore.
Yeah, mental health is an issue. If you're feeling really down, reach out to someone you could talk to, or find help if you don't have someone to talk to.
Coleman versus Brown.
Greetings. My name is Audrey Candy Corn. My face may be familiar to some of you, and it may be an actual new name to some of you. However, I am a native of the love life culture of Oakland, California, the most 10th deadliest city in the world. You can Google it. I want to send a message to end hostilities. I lost my son at 17 years of age 5 years ago, 5 days before Christmas, December the 20th, 2015. I shared the gift with my sons, because I have 3 of them, to be their brother's keeper. And it started inside of the house. And we took that gift outside of the house, into the neighborhood, creating village inside of the community. Now I stand here with 2 children because Torian is now a great ancestor. He transitioned at 17 years of age. And now I have 2 sons, a 17-year-old, Amir, and I hope that Zaire is able to make it to 17 years of age. And so the gift that I give to you is this grieving mother's choice of words. This is not a rap. This is not a poem. This is something that I would like to call poetry. Often, mothers are labeled with the illness And often we are being made to take pills, 5 to 7 different types. But the reality is we are not ill. We just simply need a safe space to be heard. So with that being said, I decided to create a piece so that I wouldn't feel like I was going off on the deep end. I live in a gun-infested environment, drug polluted, and we're dealing with genocide, gentrification. When the guns go off and you hear the clap, you see the bodies drop, now your soul is snatched, and there ain't no returning, and your mama is mourning. Revenge is the sin of my nature akin. Bounce back, bounce back. Sucker, duck, and fall in line, you know I attack. Freddy Krueger, Jason, Michael Myers, all wrapped up in one. Candy corn, quarantine, and you can call me Corona. I'm not your friend. I'm your sister. So I take the REV out of the revolution and I put the LOV in the lovolution. I am Audrey Candy Corn, a grieving yet breathing mother, living in the heart of the ghetto, the most 10th violent city in the world, Oakland, California. But we are not the worst of the worst. We are diamonds in the rough. We are roses in concrete. We are one.
Oh, he got Hollywood on y'all. That's what they said. He got Hollywood on y'all. But you know what? King. Me. Wait a minute, hold on. They laughing at me. Right now, y'all laughing. Hold on, while y'all laughing, I can see my coalition laughing. No justice under capitalism. Yeah. No firefighter stepping out of prison. Kiss my black art. All right, so, yeah. We just to have fun right now. And I'm going to just tell y'all, this right here for San Quentin. This right here for my brothers in Pelican Bay. This right here for High Desert. This for all the people in Kern, all the women. Yeah. This right here for all y'all. For every organization that's been out there pushing with me all last year. And I only been out a year. You know what I mean? Minister King X, a.k.a. P.Y.E. Face. Minister King X, a.k.a. P.Y.E. F.A.E. Pie Face. Minister King X. Yeah, we the people. I've been telling all these Bay Area cats, man, let's do this. Let's get behind each other. Because the Bay Area has always been the catalyst to a lot of movement building. You got San Francisco, you got Berkeley, Richmond, you know, and it was the days, man, when it was love for the proletariat lumpen class. Now, it's time to put on these black friends. I want y'all to see what's going on through my black friends. I want y'all to hear everything right now what's going on through my black friends. This is my black friends. Straight up. You ready?
Lord, voice is my favorite sound. Swinging like the 4th Street, all full of poetry. Here's the story untold. You listening? I remember Jimmy used to stay on myself. Killing love his mama, I'm here right now. If I ever falter, I hang myself. Judas broke the altar, then he hung himself. Cool me in no jama, ice picks move out. Bodies by the harbor where the crane goes down. Problem at the problem, should I change myself? Probably need a doctor cause the pain like ouch. It's only been a year and it's all laid out. Sino got me in the magazine right now. Do a 1983 right now. On Liberated, who he break out. They only miss you when the sun goes down. Lord, voice is my favorite sound. Swinging like the 4th Street, wall full of poetry. Here's the story untold, you listening? They only miss you when the sun goes down. Lord, voice is my favorite sound. Swinging like the 4th Street, wall full of poetry. Here's the story untold, you listening? Easy E glasses, Malcolm X glasses. I be really gassing like George Jackson. Middle fingers up to a green wall fascist. 100 on the Maverick, zooming like a Tasman. A Taker try to blind me, broke it on the axle. I put it in the manual, Felipe in the manual. Uncaged, I'm a cracker. I hit it in the afro. Draco was a hassle. We make up all the statues. They only miss you when the sun goes down. Lord, voice is my favorite sound. Swinging like the 4th Street, wall full of poetry. Here's a story untold, you listening? They only miss you when the sun goes down. Lord, voice is my favorite sound. Swinging like the 4th Street, wall full of poetry. Here's the story untold, you listening? I can see the masses, I can see what's shining through my Malcolm X glasses. Easy E glasses, I can see what's happening. I can see black friends, my black friends. Easy E glasses, Malcolm X glasses. Black friends, my black friends. Black Afro, black leather jacket, black burner glove, black beanie. Yeah, so black, so beautiful, so new African. Push, pull, stride. Spirit, burning.
Our cities being occupied by police officers that don't live in our communities. I see people starving. It's not a beautiful picture that I see. I live and survive by my own means. It's not a beautiful picture. But I see the streets every day.
Come on, baby, homie, baby, hear it. Falcon Golden Eagle got a freedom. Black friends.
Black friends. That right there, dedicated to all the people still going through the struggle, inside and out. Whether you got to come home and try to get some care, whether you going through some psychopolitics, fascism, whatever big words or little words you want to use. You got to play chess versus checkers out here. You got to stay focused. You got to watch for those that say they got real love for you. Cats be fake kicking it. But overall, like I always tell people, you don't got to point your finger at nobody and get caught with your hand in the cookie jar. What we got to do is come together as a collective on both sides of the yin and the yang. We got to find a way to allow the night to serve the light. Good, what's inside the bag. Kente, Ubuntu. We got to say, bring it all together. Unite the people for humanity. Let's strike genocide.
Once the buzz in the streets, now I'm trapped in this concrete. Demonic walls snap at my soul like a Venus flytrap. Blood fly above this attack. Evolve, revolve, stay dodging the swap. Power structure wanna see? The revolution in me, die. Hard to kill. Hold my head up high. Sip moisture from the clouds. Red rum.
We must pray. See, you gotta change the gangster mentality into a revolutionary mentality. You know, when the roof is on fire, a man and a woman are two men, two comrades don't have time to argue under a burning roof.
Revolutionary gangster. Told my comrades to take heed, they took heed. Just give me that shot and Freddie revolutionary gangster. I'm a king like Mister. Substituted the glass and painted the big revolutionary gangster. Now we leading the stampede. Apollo in the ring and you Creed. Revolutionary gangster.
Ooh, I see him in the middle of the street. Like this. One day is a revolution. One day I'ma have a new dance when they change the bloody music. Minneside, Lil Little shot out his daddy thing, got his fame from Houston. After the first storm, Bay Area prayed for Houston. I've been thinking about Putin, and I don't even like Putin, so I'm still waving out the deuces. My Russian homies ask me how I do it. From the concrete jungle with double L Norland. Daniel, make the line real hump. King, rub the crown with a K in my knuckles. They call them crackles, cause that whip used to crackle. Take the number 2, erase off the map 'em. Abolish free spirit lies about Black Cleopatra. We all pharaohs in the game. Get rich quick, money schemes, speed of magic. Broke as hell, I'm losing my patience. Those about structural racism, I spit in their faces and say it. Tryna Santa Claus the bag with horns hanging out like Satan. Money is my slave, don't change me. When the dollars exchange hands, it don't change me. Tell a parole board, let the fire-breathing monkey line out the door. Abdul Shakur, chess verse checkers be the sport. In and all hostilities, built the lines in support. Cadre, perfect love, perfect hate. Evolution, revolution with the Oakland planet of the apes. This be that blunt funk international business. Parallel to the cage. Black August international tennis. Gangster's mentality into a revolutionary mentality. You gotta change your gangster mentality into a revolutionary mentality.
Revolutionary gangster. Told my comrades to take heed, they took heed. Just give me that shot and Freddie revolutionary gangster. I'm a king like Mister. Substituted the glass and painted the big revolutionary gangster. Now we leading the stampede. Apollo in the ring and you Creed. Revolutionary gangster. Now we leading the stampede. Apollo in the ring and you Creed.
I turned from the Hawk to Huey P. Newton. You hiding behind the curtain. My hellfighters outside. Duking. David, before he died, I duking. Pananoma broke out in Oakland, California. I'm a Juneteenth spokesman who saddled a pony up. SB 260, 261. The line had ate the little homies up. If they don't drop L-WAP, you know we stuck. 9 times out of 10, you owe me one. Blood, cuz I am the mediator. Free Kilo G, you owe me one. 1437, Mamiya, jailhouse lawyer taught me how to do a petition. Stamp and file my deliverance. More than 200 gate money for a return to citizen. We must pray. If they left for dead, Cash App, Bayview is how I remember them. Project for the innocent. Vat Elites for Godfather, Pope Benedict. Hebrews 13:3, remember them. In the mirror, I remember me. Mickey Mouse hanging out the piece, but ba-da-dow. Like Lil D from SMV, I'm throwing up the piece. You gotta change your gangster mentality into a revolutionary mentality.
We understand the gang problem in the community better than anyone. We know the wrong approach to the gang problem is working with the government or working with the pigs. Trying to destroy a gang is not our philosophy and concept and approach. Trying to transform the street gangs to street organizations, trying to eliminate the negative aspect, the senseless violence, the drugs, is our approach. Our young brothers and sisters will be more receptive to that approach than working with the government trying to destroy them.
Have you ever stood in the darkness of night?
Hell, I might be anywhere, but when I leave, you can remember I said with the last words on my lips that I am a revolutionary. And you're gonna have to keep on saying that. You're gonna have to say that I am a proletarian. I am the people. I'm not the pig.
When the Panthers died, I cried. I tried to hold back my tears. While in my mother's womb, I was consumed with fear. I seen my people being killed by the police through the eyes of my mother and my father trembling feet. Running fast from a billy club ass whooping. Mugshot faces looking crooked. Big man when the Panthers died, I knew it wouldn't be the same. Everything changed. Gangs and automatic rifles came aimed at the destruction of our folks. Not to mention crack cocaine smoke. Black people always had hope until then. Black people stood organized at one time, unified by military strides made in the community. I never knew the ideology of Bobby Seale and Huey P. would elude me. When the Panthers died, remember Afro natural picks and a black fist raised high. Power to the people was the slogan spoken loud. James Brown had large crowds singing, "I'm black and I'm proud." It was a beautiful sight to behold. But the totalitarian party, COINTELPRO, executed a plan of attack for control. Manipulating black souls to turn cold on their own shade. Traitors and infiltrators with a shame. Pathetic lanes, cowardice was engraved in their hearts. Shouldn't be able to breathe in President Kings that are darks. When the Panthers died, when a shot of Secure fled to Cuba, the white man cried. They tried to make her a political prisoner. They wanted her to fry, but she suffered neither. Then that was a special victory. Victory is love, joy, and pain. When the Panthers died, everything changed. Many black brains became main. Black exploitation movies and drive-bys. We dropped the ball and created a lie. Our own power we denied. When the Panthers died, KAGE brothers and sisters grew wings. Then came the new rise. Hugo Purnell, Fela, George Jackson, Oscar Grant. When the Panthers died, the new rise of King.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ratcliff Awards. This is the third podcast, and I'm happy to see you here again this year. Got some very special people here. I got my coalition here, No Justice Under Capitalism. I got my sister here who's been rocking with me from inside and out, welcoming her whole coalition from inside and out. So the thing about it, today's topic is going to be about solidarity. We're going to talk about abolition work. We're going to talk about reform. But the thing is, we want something concrete, and we want to come out of this as winners. We're going into a new year, 2021. We want to see what movement building look like for 2021. So I got some real smart people here today. So I want to introduce it with all through the year, we've been going back and forth to San Quentin. And we've been going to San Quentin because when San Quentin, we got the announcement that it was dealing with the COVID virus. Now, we know it's been a pandemic before, during, and after, this thing called mass incarceration. And we also got draconian laws that still exist on the book inside the Constitution, this thing called the 13th Amendment. I mean, there's so many parallels to this, right? So I want to just dig right in. I want to ask ask Courtney, if you don't mind, can we get into this article right here that was published in the San Francisco Bayview, and then we could begin a real conversation.
Sure. So the article is entitled Release, Don't Transfer 50,000 Medically Vulnerable People from California Prisons by the UCSF White Coats for Black Lives and the Stop San Quentin Outbreak Coalition. So these are public health experts. On October 1st, Kathleen Allison was appointed Secretary of the California Department of Corrections. We'll leave off the rehabilitation. By Governor Newsom in the midst of continuing COVID-19 outbreaks within state prisons. Since March 2020, over 15,500 incarcerated people have tested positive for COVID-19 in California state prisons, and 76 incarcerated people have died. Now that number has gone up to 90 since this article was printed. So that's how quickly people are dying on the inside. As healthcare professionals and students, we are appalled by CDCR's continued negligence in putting people at risk of death by incarceration. Governor Newsom placed a moratorium on the death penalty in 2019. If the governor and Secretary Allison, a registered nurse, fail to implement necessary public health measures to decarcerate, they will continue to be complicit in enacting the death penalty by another name.
Okay. So we I say around March, California Prison Focus and other coalitions came together and submitted some demands to CDC Small Law. And when we submitted them demands, we was basically letting them know we was putting them on fair and constructive notice that the men and women and youth that was incarcerated with compromised health conditions could be subjected to dying. And I feel like we put inside of those demands that it would be deliberately indifferent if you fail or refuse to adhere to these demands. Now, part of this court ruling, the courts admitted that they was being deliberately indifferent to these men and women medical needs. So, I mean, what do we do now? Because if they already admitted this on the face sheet of the record, right? So we could go do a chant in front of the governor's house, but I think we more like I think we need to be going into litigation or something feasible, because we know that we need to change policy. That's no doubt.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, what you think it look like from now on, like far as our next action items or looking at the truth? Because we've been told so many times that they're gonna do these cosmetic fixes, but they fail or refuse to take constitutional corrective action.
I think, just to point out, back in March, we had a different secretary. And I think CDCR is always going to be a very calculated institution. And, that secretary took the fall to make it look good to the public. And then they brought in Kathleen Allison and, had that underlying title of nurse, so that, again, it would soothe, the public eye. And immediately we know that they didn't address the concerns that multiple organizations brought forward. And then they immediately started transfers again. So that itself was a slap in the face. So that tells us that us being, concerned citizens, constituents, and saying this is what we would like for you to do on demands is definitely not working. So we have to take legal action. We have to start developing policies, something that will stand, and then bringing it to legislatures that we know will carry it, and then getting out there and pushing for it. We cannot rely on CDCR to do the right thing. They are not putting lives before finance, because that's what prison is. It's a business.
Anybody else want to weigh in on that?
I do want to say one thing. I think it's important for us to keep in mind that any legal struggle is a political struggle, first and foremost. What happens in the courts depends on what happens outside in the streets and the organizing that we do. The decision that you're talking about, Minister, is the Von Stake decision.
Right.
It came out in October. And the court did find that CDCR had shown deliberate indifference. But that decision came because of the public outrage
Right.
at all the people that were dying across California in the prison system, and the organizing that various groups, including the people in this room, engaged in order to bring attention to that issue. Now, Von Stake is going to come up again, probably in January or February, because the California Supreme Court is going to take up the question. And what's likely going to happen is that the Supreme Court is going to cut down the scope of that decision. So it's very important that we all keep that in mind. And in No Justice under Capitalism, we've been tracking that decision very closely.
Okay.
And when that happens, it's going to be a showdown. And we need to do our best to make sure that...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. So, wow, I hear a lot right there. The showdown. Only time you could really have a showdown, it can't be an individual thing. Now, me personally, I'm a returning citizen. I know it's others alike here in this room that's been directly impacted. I got a lot of brothers and sisters still behind the walls. And I made promises with them that I'm not going to be free until they free. So it's not a sideshow to me. I don't do this for pay. I don't do it for fame or none of that. I do it because I come out here in society and I see you all, and I feel like, okay, they embrace me to be part of the community. So it's not that I'll just represent California Prison Focus or KAGE Universal. I represent the work that's been done by everybody out here in California. Because I remember being incarcerated, and we was doing a hunger strike in 2011. That's all we seen was people that was behind us. And excuse me one second. So, hold on, give me 1 second.
Hello?
Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
So, I say, during that time, you had family members and you had other activists alike to build a bigger coalition. You had the Prison Human Rights Solidarity Coalition. You had other coalitions, AFAS, or they was working together. And I feel that everybody in this room, we know each other either personally, through work, through reaching out to the prisoners. I mean, I know Portia because when we was inside, she was like, look, y'all better get some education. Y'all better get ready. Y'all, this not a game out here. And I mean, she won us over with that because she was telling the truth. And she was like, when y'all come out here, put boots on the ground and get involved. And I know y'all, because y'all my comrades also, because we do the same work, So the thing, what I'm saying is, this is the small callus. This in what does it look like when we throw the olive branch out to sister with voices? We are their voices. All of us are none. Right. Critical resistance. Because those are our comrades too. They all doing the same work. We all doing the same work, whether you look at it like you're doing abolitionist work, reform work, you're trying to change a draconian system.
That's right.
So when we did the hunger strike, you had white supremacists, Aryan Brotherhoods that said, you know what, let's put all that to the side. The old court, and I know I'm speaking to the choir inside of here, but it's more like letting the people know that California has always been the catalyst for movement building. Anything that came out of California resonated. So when we did do the hunger strike, Texas, New York, everybody, they're doing hunger strikes. But one of the other things that came out of there was that United Front, the agreement to end hostilities, which has paralleled out here to society now. And it's a program. And it's the type of program where we combating bullying.
That's right.
It's the type of program where we saying no more sexism, no more self-hate. We got to look out for our trans brothers and sisters. Right. We got to look out for everybody that's being affected by this system of white supremacy, institutionalized racism in every aspect. Now, me, Minister King, I don't have all the answers. I don't know everything. So this is why I'm throwing my hands out and saying, for us having the resources that we do in our organization, we have something tangible. We got a piece of land with a house on it that we call in the KAGE Universal Artivist House. And we hope to bring them from one structure to the next.
Come on.
We got resources where we could go to the prison and do prison reports. We got the newspapers, California Prison Focus, Bayview. So we could control the narrative. We, meaning we all could write these articles together. We got the pictures. We out there on front line. So this is the type of movement building that was being done before I even came on, from these elders, from the family members. So now it's us. We did today. We are the Martin Luther Kings of the day. We are the Malcolm X's of the day. We are the Maya Angelos of the day. We are the Huey P's, Harriet Tubmans. That's us. This is our time to centralize the people, to bring it in. So I'm saying at the end of the day, I'm directly connected with all the brothers and sisters that's inside, just like you are.
Mm-hmm.
So now we got to start spreading the word to say, look, whatever our mission statement is, let United Front be really the highlighter of that. So that's basically what I want to present today. And hold on, before we go any further, I got a citizen that's attached to this movement. You want to introduce yourself? Caller? Okay, I guess he got put on hold or something. Okay, so yeah, anybody want to respond to that?
Yeah, I want to say that I think that we obviously wish that the pandemic was obviously not happening. As we know, inside and out, it's highlighted so many social inequities in our society. It's ironic that the American government just placed an embargo on purchasing cotton from China coming out of the Uyghur labor camps, concentration camps, because they're saying that that's a human rights violation. So we're not going to buy cotton from them, but we're continuing to purchase items produced through debt bondage slavery in the US. So the irony of that is absolutely not lost on us, that we're making these decisions in a place that incarcerates 25% of the world's prison population. Now, I think going back to the point about solidarity, the silver lining of COVID, if we can find one, because all we can try is to find hope in the chaos, is that we have gotten to know a lot of new people through this struggle. No Justice Under Capitalism was born out of COVID in prisons and fighting for mass releases. We've gotten the chance to get to know at protests and demonstrations, Portia, at the October 1st demonstration organized by Sisters with Voices. We were just figuring out, we were both at the July 16th protest organized by We Are Their Voices. So it has, hopefully the silver lining in this is that it has developed relationships much more rapidly due to a public health crisis within prisons than maybe they would have typically developed. So I think that is a blessing out of this, is that we have been able to begin to get to know each other and begin a conversation and see further how we can all work together in this.
Bridging off of what you're saying, and then also this is something that Min King said at one of the protests. I don't remember because we've been at a meeting together. But right now, during COVID, you're seeing the heart of the leaders. The people that are showing up to these protests right now, like we are it. We are the ones that are responsible to unite the rest of the organizations, to bring the policies forward, to bring the voices out, especially like, for instance, like how we said, we both are very well connected inside. And so, to have the ability to unite them with us as we go out and do this work, like this is it. This is the start of it, this table, this conversation, and what we do outside. And so it's a beautiful thing. Like uniting is exactly what we're doing right now.
Yeah, so caller, I'm gonna bring you up to speed. We here at the Ratcliff Awards. We at the podcast in the Grill Studio, and we got different coalitions here. And what we talking about is united front for peace, and what it looked like us coming together, putting our action items together, and tackling this beast together. So that's just summarizing it up in a little one punch. And I'm gonna let some other people respond, so you could get the gist of what's going on.
All right.
All right. So give me a minute, and then when you want to key in, just say you want to get on stack.
All right. So they'll know. Just let them know it's Brother Jay that's tuning in.
Okay.
Right.
So anybody else want to weigh in on what was said?
I guess I agree with what we have been saying, but I do think that there has been a lull in participation. And as we move forward, how are we mobilizing people the way we were mobilizing them months, 2 or 3 months ago?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that it's necessarily a prison issue. I think in general, mobilization has been down for many reasons. Protest fatigue, folks. I mean, the poverty levels are getting to the point where folks are being evicted, and these issues are coming. So how are we mobilizing, but not mobilizing, but building relationships with people and actually bringing them out to protest again?
So, anybody want to elaborate on that?
I think it's a very good point. I think it's valid, and especially if you've been out, you've seen the numbers dwindle down lately. But what I can tell you, because we're all planning in the background, families are upset right now. There's been people that have been in this fight many, many, many years. Husbands are LWOP, fathers, brothers, whatever the case. And right now, they're positive for COVID. Now they have to worry about, first they were like, how am I going to get my husband home? Now they have to worry about them dying, like they don't have the death sentence, but they could possibly die. And so I've been speaking to families all week, and I have never gotten the reaction that I'm getting right now. People want to go out now, and I don't mean like in January. I mean now. Like Christmas is not a factor. They want to go, and so I think just because of the level of emotion that's involved right now, and still getting out and communicating, if we can together, I think we can make it happen.
Yeah, I think that, responding to what you were saying, Hannah, like, I think there's a disconnect between people who are system impacted and the general mood out there right now.
Absolutely.
A lot of people are thinking lockdown, we can't go out and protest, but the situation is very, very different for people who are actually facing the prospect of having a loved one be killed by COVID.
Absolutely.
And I think especially as we approach the holidays, and CDC has promised to offer televisiting for some folks, and the very first day that it was supposed to launch, it didn't work, and people were heartbroken. Like that was going to be the first time that they got to see their loved one in a long time. So I think that, do you think that
that was like
approaching the holidays,
that was horrible.
That's what it was.
That
Psychopolitics.
was horrible. Yeah.
So what I hear in a nutshell is, you absolutely right. It's a lot of, a lot of people are fatigued, right? But I got this thing in my DNA, can't stop, won't stop, and that's why we're here right now. And we got to be creative to find ways, whether we use the social media when we don't want to be out there, whether we make various phone calls, like you guys stay doing, whether we come up with, we in a room and creating a policy, a bill. We got to continue to foster these relationships with each other and come up and find more smart people like Richard and Anna. Because honestly, though, we do need more litigants and law students involved. Because when we think we got it, you get some people that studied it in the books or whatnot and say, hold on, maybe this approach. And that's why I want to introduce the caller, because he's a jailhouse lawyer. And a lot of times when you're dealing with jailhouse lawyers, they're consistent with the resistance. They're on top of the issue. And a lot of these issues that we're talking about today, when I go back to the prison human rights movement blueprint, they was actually doing the work.
Mm-hmm.
And other prisoners was getting, and then sometimes the people that's doing the work are retaliating.
Mm-hmm.
So in a nutshell, I think we should stay to that core group of people that's consistent, like we are today.
Right.
And if you focus on them, because the goal, the primary focus is to be combatants for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So if we saying we're gonna be combatants for everyone, you gotta have a core group that know what's best. Because if you get into the everyone narrative, then you go all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
But you need some concrete that we know was feasible. If it's not, we don't have time to debate. The roof is on fire.
That's right.
So, caller, let me tap you in and get your opinion about what we just sit here and said, and give us a little background on you and your work.
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, my name is Jay. Brother Jay, I've been incarcerated for the past, I'm going on 32 years. I was 16 when I was incarcerated. And a lot of these laws has not worked for me, but it's not that they're not working. So now let me address some things. Yes, I am a jailhouse lawyer. I've been litigating more than 20 years now, and I've been successful in a lot of cases, but not my own case when it comes to me trying to get on. A lot of guys in prison, they feel hopelessness when we don't have no support on our side. And I don't mean financial support. I mean people that's, we can get at, and they can help us get in contact with these lawyers, these senators, or whoever, because there's a lot of things that's going on behind these walls. And people like Minister X or Porsche, they have an idea. Well, Minister X, he has a personal, he was actually here, so he knows exactly what's going on. He had firsthand knowledge of what's going on. Porsche, she's also very deep into what's going on, but we need more of these people who we can contact out there, because it's only a few of us that's like jailhouse lawyers, that frontline stuff that's on these yards. But when they start seeing that we got actual support outside, then their hopelessness become hopeful, because we need people to hear what we got to say, because we don't have a voice behind these walls. People like Pi and people like Porsche, they are our voice, but they are the minority. We need to bring more people into the fold with us, because there's something serious going on. I just talked to Porsche not too long ago, and the COs just came around and took about 20 or 30 prisoner cells with a paper saying all of them has COVID-19. But this prison has not been affected by COVID-19 since it started, about 9-10 months ago. Within the last month, they've been transferring a bunch of guys in and out this prison just for no apparent reason. But now we see why. Because within that last month, since they've been transferring a lot of people, the COVID done hit this yard like a wildfire. Within the last month, over more than 50 people have been affected. Now, I don't know if anybody died yet, but this is what happened tonight. Within the last 2 hours, they came and took about 20 guys up out of here. So when the outside don't know what's going on in here, it affects the outside for the guys that's getting out, and people don't understand what's going on. So we need everybody we can get to get behind us. There's people like me that you can contact, and I can give you the information that I got, and I can get the information from the guys that's in here. Because most of the time, guys in here, they don't really trust the process no more. Mm-hmm. There's no hope no more, because they feel that nobody is listening to us. The last time we were listened to was, I think it was 2013. We was all in a shoe, locked up on indeterminate shoe terms. We had to do a mass hunger strike just for the people to start listening to what's going on with us. So if it comes to what you guys are talking about, protesting again, we're going to need that. We need people to open up and find out what's going on behind here. Because what goes on behind here, behind these walls, it do affect people out there. Because a lot of times people be like, well, it don't affect us. It does.
So
whether you want to think from the taxpayer standpoint or from just a society type thing, it affects you.
So Jay, let me ask you, from your perspective, dealing with it now, with your hands in it, what would you perceive as a feasible action item? Because we got our ideas, and I don't even want to go into too much what's written, a script, or none of that. I'm just saying, like, we know we want to get rid of indefinite sentencing, for example.
Yes.
I know that we need to be asking people to do more consultations to get those done. I know we should be asking people to say, you know what, we need to be reaching out not only to the prisoners but to the victims. It's a lot of victims out here that feel like, nah, we don't want to support wasting our tax money, or we want to heal. Because this conversation is